Hello guys, my name is Lasha and today we will have vocabulary lesson for intermediate level. Our topic vocabulary for today's lesson is technology. And I'm sure you know a lot of words about technology, so I have decided to use more specific words, and especially when we are talking about Microsoft Office programs, systems, networks, and etc. The first word that I would like to explain to you is alignment. Alignment is the centering of your text or picture. For example, now, if you see for this column, my alignment is on the left. I can make the alignment in the center, or I can make on the right side. Okay, so this thing is called alignment. Alignment is noun and the verb for is align. I can use it in an example as verb. For example, my text is aligned on the left. Okay. The next thing that we should learn is application. Probably a lot of you know the application meaning when we use it about telephone or about computer. All programs are called application, and it is very popular word. For example, you need a special application to run this program. Short form for application is app. Let me write it for you also. App. This is short form for application. The next thing that we should learn maybe is backup. Backup is copy of all your information, and you can adjust the settings of your backup. Maybe you can backup your accounts once a week, maybe every day, or maybe once a month. For example, last year I bought a new telephone, so I changed my telephone, but I had all my WhatsApp messages saved as a backup. So when I put the SIM card into my new telephone, everything was again installed. I did not lose any messages. Let me write my example for this. When I bought a new mobile phone, I used the backup from my old phone. Okay, so I did not need to save anyone's number, or I did not need to copy any photos. Automatically, everything was copied from backup file or backup folder. The next thing is bit. Bit, it means one meaning, of course, everybody knows, like a little bit. This is one meaning. But when we are talking about technology, it has little bit different meaning, and the second meaning of it is small piece of something. Also, informally, we can use this word for a young woman. Okay? Let me check our YouTube page. Yes, we have some students watching, and I hope the stream quality is better now and you can see me better. So I will use here with the first meaning, which means a small piece of something. For example, I had a bit of memory left So I increased my, not increased, let's say I upgraded my package. Blog, I'm sure everybody knows. It is like journals. Some people write some things, maybe every day or maybe every week or whenever they want to, and other people can read it. Usually it's something like, let's say, a personal journal it can be, or not really like a forum. Usually people write bigger stories for blog, but for forums it's just like question answers. For nowadays video blogs became very popular, and video blogs are called vlogs. Okay, so we have blog, which is just writing, typing something, and vlog, which is video blog. Thank you, Fatih. When I was young, I had a blog about traveling. This is true story. I liked writing about traveling a lot, but when I was young, not anymore. Now vlogs are more popular, and maybe I will make a vlog about being a teacher in a foreign country and how is the feeling. Let me write that example as well. In the future, I may start vlogs about being a teacher in a foreign country. Browser. Everybody knows the meaning of browser. Browser is an application which we use to access internet. Most popular browsers are Google Chrome, Opera, Mozilla. Automatically the computers have Internet Explorer installed, but I don't know anyone who uses Internet Explorer these days. For Apple users, you have Safari as an internet browser. And what else? I remember there used to be Netscape or Netspace. I can't remember exactly the name in the past. So I will write about the most popular ones. The most popular internet browsers today are Google Chrome, Opera, and Safari. Negro always uses Google Chrome. I also love using Google Chrome, but to be honest, in Turkey sometimes I need to use Opera because Opera has its own extension of VPN, and in Turkey, as you know, there are a lot of websites blocked and you cannot access. For example, Wikipedia was closed for many years in Turkey and we could not use Wikipedia. So for this reason, I used Opera browser because Opera could access Wikipedia and these kind of things. Now, as for buffering, sometimes when you start a computer or when you start a new program, maybe you see this message buffering, and also you see some percentage like 20%, 30%, and so on. And do you know what is the meaning for this? It means decreasing something's effect, decreasing impact of something, okay? Sometimes my computer buffers a lot. For example, yesterday, if you watched my lesson, we had some problems because the connection was very bad and the computer was buffering, okay? Bug. Everybody knows one meaning of bug. It's like something very small, not animals, not birds, like flies, and they jump usually, tick, 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 tick. And especially in spring, they are very bad. But when we are talking about technology, bug is a little bit different and it has different meaning. For technology, bug means some kind of problem, and usually we use bug if we don't understand what the problem is, okay? For example, when we installed new software, there were some bugs. So some parts of the program, of the software, did not work. Okay? It made mistake. To solve the bugs, we use verb debug. However, our IT department managed to debug them. IT, probably you understand, information technology. Okay. The next word that we should learn is byte. Byte, it means... Shahin, thank you. Mistake of program language is bug, correct. The next word I see byte, and byte, it is measurement unit of information. For example, when we talk about the size of a file, size of a document, in computer language we use the word byte. How many bytes? Then if you want to say 1000 byte, of course you use kilobyte. And if you want to say 1000 kilobytes, then you use megabyte, and etc. Okay, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, all of them, it shows the size of document or size of the file. I have never seen a file which size was 2 bytes. Okay, 2 bytes is absolutely nothing, and there is no file that can be only 2 bytes size. Okay, let's see if we have any comments on Facebook also. Okay, so I can also control Facebook now. Cache. Probably you know the meaning of these. These are some temporary files that are used by your computer or telephone applications, and it takes some memory. We don't need it for anything, actually. They, of course, have their function. Like, for example, if I use Google Chrome a lot of times, and Google Chrome saves some of the information, like, for example, the how it looks, interface, and etc. It saves in cache files, so next time when I open Google Chrome, it will start soon. Okay? So this one, cache is used for this reason, but at the same time it makes your computer or telephone run slower. So You need to clean the cache files or cache memory, or only cache. All of them can be used, there is no problem. To need the cache every day. Maybe not every day, but at least once a week you should try to clean the cache. Next thing is capacity. Capacity is maximum possibility of something. We use capacity also for schools, like in the classroom we say the classroom capacity. So how many students can be in this class, for how many students this is. Also we can use capacity, for example, about the factory. Like the capacity of our factory is 1000 bottles a day. So this factory can produce 1000 bottles maximum per day. For computer, the same meaning, maximum possibility of the computer. It depends on the features. For example, I'm using Lenovo computer IdeaPad and the capacity is 300 gigabytes, for example, or 320 gigabytes. The capacity of this computer CD-ROMs are not popular anymore, but let's say 15 years ago they were so popular because we did not have that much internet and we used ADSL, which was very slow internet, so we had to buy some CD-ROMs, and these CD-ROMs were used like it's like a disk. And these CD-ROMs were used to save some information or also to save some music, but not video. It was only available to save files, information, or songs, MP3 kind of things on the CD-ROM. CD-ROMs are not popular anymore. Shahin, do you mean RAM and storage area for capacity or cache? CPU is Central Processing Unit, so short form for this one is CPU. And this one manages your computer's ability to run, to work, okay? The central processing unit is needed for your computer to work. For example, if you press Ctrl-Alt-Delete and you go to this one, you will see somewhere the CPU here, okay? You see CPU, so maybe it's same in Turkey. See, 67%, 66% of my CPU is used. So I'm using right now half capacity of my computer. I can do more operations. Oh, it changed to Turkish keyboard. That's why I have problems. Sorry. Okay, client. Everybody knows the meaning of the client, of course, and it means customer. This is one meaning, but also client is used with another meaning. And if you have a network of computers, for example, in our school classrooms, we have a TOEFL room, and for TOEFL, we need to use computers for students. So we have a lot of computers in this class. And of course, they are all plugged into the network, and they are managed via network. Each computer is a client for the network, okay? So the computer plugged into network is client. Okay, so at Justenglish TOEFL classroom, I need 12 clients. If I say this sentence to our teachers, they will not understand. They will think that I need 12 customers or 12 people. But if I say this sentence to our IT department people, they will understand that I need 12 computers in the classroom, 12 computers which are plugged into the network. Clip art is our next word, and clip art is some kind of animation or picture which are automatically installed in Word, PowerPoint, and etc. For office programs, we have clip arts. But they are very old-fashioned and not so much fun, so I don't use clip arts that much. Do you understand, guys, the meaning of clip art? And have you ever used clip arts while you were preparing a presentation or maybe a project? Guys, have you ever used clip arts while you were preparing some project or maybe presentation on Word or PowerPoint? You can write your comments on our YouTube page. I will be checking it. Okay, I will be watching your answers. Maybe it's coming a little bit slow to you. We have first answer from Mertcan. Yes, I used. Of course, I have also used, but many years ago. Nowadays, I don't use that much because I don't like and I prefer to use some other programs. Thank you, Fatih. But second lesson, today I will have a lot of exercises for you and you will need to be very active. First lesson, let me explain all the words that I want to cover. Configure is a verb, and we can also use noun form configuration. It is to install some things, like for example, you buy a new computer or new printer, and you need to configure the printer. You need to set up the printer. They have same meaning, configure and set up. Also, configure can be used in normal life, not about technology, and the meaning will be to solve something. But I will write example as technology, word configure. I bought a new printer and I had to configure its settings. we need double T here. Cookies. Everybody loves cookies, especially during this period of pandemic. We are at home, we have a lot of time to cook. So I also cooked a lot of cookies these days. But for technology, cookies have different meaning. These are some kind of advertisements which pop up when you open website. Websites usually ask you, the website uses cookies, do you want to accept it or reject it? So we have seen this message, I'm sure, a lot of times. You have seen it. A lot of websites use cookies. If you ask me why they use cookies, I have no idea because I'm not so educated in IT. Cursor. Cursor is like when I move my mouse, do you see that on the screen something is moving? Like for example, I'm over here, now I will go to the right side and I'm up, okay? So when you move your mouse, where it shows on the screen, this is cursor. I need to change the cursor icon. It is also possible, as far as I remember. For example, now it shows like some kind of arrow, but if you go to computer settings, you can change and it will be maybe blue color or another color, and also maybe different shape. Cyber. Cyber means everything related to computers and virtual, so not real life. Therefore, cyberspace, we can say it is internet space or virtual space. People are very free in cyberspace. I have seen a lot of people in real life, they are very shy and they can't speak to anyone, but on internet they become totally opposite and they are the best, their confidence level is so high and etc. So usually people try to do things on cyberspace that they can't do in their real life. Now, data is information. Base, you know, like basement, something where things are saved. So database is a place where the information is saved. For example, you work in a bank maybe, let's say, and the bank database is all the information about the customers and clients and all the transactions. The place where this is saved, it is called the database. Operators record data into database. In every company, we have some people who record all the data into the database. These people are usually called operators. Now, directory is like a phone book. Let's say phone directory, we can also say. Also, we can say company directory, and it is the names and numbers and information of all people or all our customers. Maybe we can say customers directory. It will be information about every customer. Like contacts, okay? For telephones we use contacts, and for computers and also companies we use more directory. You can check these in our directory. So you want some kind of information and your boss will tell you, you can check this in our directory. Now, domain is used on internet when we are talking about the websites. For example, the domain for Turkish websites is usually TR. the domain for commercial websites is .com. For government organizations, it is .org. And sometimes the international companies, they like to use .net. Okay, so this is domain. Now, domain name, it can have two meanings. It can be only, for example, this TR, this is your domain name, or it can be the full name. So we can say about the whole thing as a domain name, and also we can say domain only for this. This is also domain. This .com is also domain, okay? Download and upload, probably you know the meaning of these two things. Today I did a speed test and my download speed was 34 and upload was 8. Download is when you save information from internet into your computer. Upload is when you save information from your computer into the internet or into the website. Export and import, they have also the opposite meanings to each other. Export is if we are talking about trade and economy. Export is when one country produces something and sells to other countries. Import is when my country takes products from another country. For example, we are in Turkey now, and Turkey exports a lot of, I don't know what Turkey exports, maybe Turkey exports a lot of tea or nuts. But as for import, Turkey imports maybe electricity from another country, okay? This is about trade and business. Kind of similar meaning is if we talk about technology. For example, you received a zip file or RAR file, WinZip, WinRAR file from your friend, and then the file will ask you, do you want to export this file? Or extract also it can ask you. So export is taking data from another place. Import is copying data from this place to another place. You can import all your contacts from telephone memory into the SIM. I mean SIM card. External storage. Probably you understand the meaning of external storage. The computer, telephone, both of them, tablet, and also all kind of things, gadgets like this, they have two types of memory. They have internal storage and they have external storage. Internal storage you can't really change, it is fixed. External storage, you can change the external storage. For example, you can buy extra storage, you can get not like USB, but something like that you put inside your phone. This is external storage card. I think my external storage is 24 gigabytes. I'm not sure for telephone. Now, when you see this word, please don't read this word as fuck. It is FAQ. The meaning of it is frequently asked questions, okay? Frequently asked questions. You can see this FAQ on websites usually. When company has information on the website, then maybe they have at the end FAQ, frequently asked questions, because they don't want to answer the same questions again and again and again. So if you are looking for some information, first you can go to FAQ and check, maybe already asked this question and they have answer for your question. If you need some information about the company, it's always a good idea to check FAQ section. File, everybody understands, file and folder is what we create on our computers, and you save some information, maybe some music inside this file. Also, music file, also it is a file, okay? So everything we can say is a file for computer. There are a lot of files in this folder. Now let's explain the difference between file and a folder. I will show you my desktop for this. So do you see this one? This is a folder, and inside the folder again I have some folders, but these ones it can be used as a file, okay? So for example, I have lesson plan Word document, so this is file, but these ones are folders. File name extension is what is used as a short form for each type of file. For example, doc, this is file name extension for Microsoft Word document, or also docs for 2010 Microsoft Office program. exe is usually file extension for some installation programs, setup files. PPT, this is file extension for PowerPoint, okay? So .ppt is the file extension of PowerPoint. Firewall, as far as I understand, firewall is something which is, it's not a virus, but not to have virus, you use these firewall settings to make your computer safe. If I'm not mistaken, this is firewall. So you block some features because you want to make your computer safe. It's some kind of like wall, barrier for something, protecting your computer. You need some firewall settings to protect your computer better. You need to change, let's say, you need to change some firewall settings to protect your computer better, okay? Next thing is that font. Font is the name of the thing that we use when we are typing in Microsoft Word, Excel, or etc. For example, right now I'm using the font Calibri. This Calibri is a font. I see in Turkish, I have no idea what's the name of this font in Turkish. For example, Algerian, this is a different font. Arial, this is another font. So all these things are called fonts. Next thing that we should learn is the format. Format has two meanings. One meaning as a noun. It is like suitable, acceptable thing for something, but the meaning as a verb is when you do some operations to decrease, maybe to decrease the size of the file or to delete all unnecessary information. Sometimes when you plug new device into your computer, you need to format it before using. If I put memory card into the computer, I need to format it first. Okay, so before I start using memory card, I need to format it. It deletes the information and it makes memory card like new. Okay, it deletes all unnecessary information from it. Freeware is open software which is acceptable for everyone. It is free to use. Everyone can download it and everyone can use it. For example, what is freeware? Google Chrome. Google Chrome is a freeware. It is free. Everyone can use. Hack. Maybe you know the word, or maybe you know the word hacker. Hack is a verb. Hacker is a person who does this hacking. Hacking is a noun. Hack is verb and it means to attack someone's computer. Why? To break the computer system and to get some information maybe from the person or from the computer. Hackers usually try to hack financial institutions' systems. So hackers usually try to hack financial institution systems because they want to get some information from there or maybe get some money from there. Hard drive, maybe you understand the meaning of hard drive. This is like disk C and disk D on your computer. Hard drive size is 50 gigabytes, for example, okay? Next thing that we will learn is hardware. So we have software and hardware. Software is all the not touchable, intangible things. And hardware is something that you can touch. It's physical. For example, printer, it's a hardware, or a disk, this is also hardware. But Microsoft Word, it's a software, it's not hardware. You cannot touch Microsoft Word, okay? I don't like using a lot of hardware. Homepage is the main page on the website. You understand, I guess, the main page where all the information, most important information about the company is given on the home page. Please go to our home page for this information. Icon. Icon is, I have no idea what's the meaning in Turkish, but in English it has two meanings. One meaning is religious meaning. When you go to church, you see a lot of icons, like pictures. But in the church, we don't say picture, we say the icon. This is one meaning. Second meaning for the computer, it's a pictogram. Like the picture, how it is shown. For example, again, I will show you this folder. So, do you see this one is called icon? This one is icon for Word. So when I see this, I understand this is Word file. So this is icon for Word. Or if I see this thing, I understand this is PDF file. So this is called icon. there are special icons for each program. Interface is the word with two meanings. One meaning is the look of something. For example, the interface of the program. Okay, so how it looks, where is this button, where is that button, and etc. This is one meaning. Another meaning as a verb of interface is when some operations happen and the person has touch point with system. This is also called interface. So for example, every time I use internet, I can say that I have interface with internet. But I will use another meaning which is more popular. I don't like the interface of this program or application, okay? Intranet, this is not internet, guys. Intra is inside. So intranet is used inside one company. All the information can be shared via intranet in the company. So like special internet only for this company, for one group, one company. You can send files faster via intranet. Via is with, guys. When we talk about telephone, internet, etc., we use a lot of times via or via. Both are okay. Shahin says interface is user-friendly. Yes, we can say user-friendly interface, correct. Login is when you enter some system or the computer. When you start the computer, you need to use your username and your password. This is log in. The opposite is log out. Okay? I need to enter the password to log in. Okay. Memory, you understand probably. It means the like when you remember something, this is your memory. And for computer, the same thing. What is the capacity? How many things the computer can remember? This is memory. My telephone's memory is 32 gigabytes. We can also use the word memory slot, and we can also use another word with memory stick, and what else? Memory usage. So we can make combined words with it. Guys, let's have a break now for 10 minutes, and 10 minutes later I will continue lesson with you. Please stay with us.